So one of the most popular ride-sharing platforms in the world, Uber, provides over 15 million rides every day. Uber offers a very convenient form of traveling with just the press of a button. I myself use Uber as well. I don't have a driver's license, sadly. Well, however, the issue of safety is always a public concern about riding with Uber. The amount of reports of sexual assaults, kidnapping, etc. has been piling up. Ever since then, Uber has scrutinized their security. Through this speech, I'll talk to you about how Uber conducted their background checks before the changes, second, what caused Uber to change their policies, and third, what is Uber doing to increase their security and ensure passenger safety. Let's see. First, how did Uber conduct their background checks before the changes? So, Uber uses employment background checking services like Accurate and Checker. These services use social security numbers to check for criminal record and look at the motor vehicle record. However, these background checks were only conducted when the drivers signed up. This means that the drivers could, if the drivers receive a new criminal violation, they can continue driving for Uber even after being investigated. Now that you know how Uber conducts their background changes before how Uber conducted background checks before the changes, what caused them to change? So in April 2018, CNN published an investigation on over 100 Uber drivers who were reported for sexual assaults or abuse to passengers. According to Sarah O'Brien from CNN, 31 drivers were 31 drivers were convicted for multiple crimes ranging from forcible touching to rape. So what are the opinions of critics? Uber, according to Sarah Kessler on Fast Company, Uber has been criticized for not using fingerprints to check for a criminal record. Checking fingerprints allows background checking services to access the FBI's criminal record database. In addition to fingerprinting, in-person interviews can also help employers determine whether or not the drivers are fit for the job. Now that we know the cause for change, what is Uber doing to ensure safety? Uber is investing in better technology and security. In addition to Checker, Uber is now using Apris. Apris is a company that obtains data about arrests from the local government. According to Kia Kokolicheva from Actinos, Uber is now conducting background checks continuously. If a driver receives a new criminal violation, Apris will immediately notify Uber and they can immediately take action. Uber is also becoming transparent about the safety. They announced they will be releasing a safety transparency report to inform the public on how many sexual assaults happen on their platform. Okay. Now that you know what Uber is doing to ensure passenger safety, let's summarize what I've talked about. So first, I talked about how Uber conducted their background checks before the changes. Second, I talked about what caused Uber to go through these changes. And third, I talked about what Uber is doing to ensure passenger safety and regain public confidence. Through this speech, I hope you learned more about what Uber does to ensure the safety of their passengers. After all, everyone just wants a safe ride home. Thank you.